Thanks so much for joining us tonight for the news at 6. I'm Keisha Grant.
And I'm Mike Heideck. We begin with those lawsuits filed by the family of that visiting nurse who was killed in Willimantic.
The home health care company she worked for and others are now being sued. NBC Connecticut's Amanda Pitts has more with the family's attorney.
It's been a long 6 months for the Grayson family after tragically losing Joyce, a beloved nurse and mother of 6.
Joyce was the matriarch, so this has been incredibly difficult for them.
The 63-year-old was killed inside this Willimantic home in October. Michael Reese, a patient who she was visiting to administer medication, has been charged with her murder. Now her estate and husband have filed suit.
They want to see changes in the criminal justice system, in the probation and parole system. They want to see changes in the way home health nurses are treated to protect their safety.
The defendants being sued include Alara Caring and its affiliated companies, The Connection, which was providing mental health services and rehab to Reese, and the owner of the halfway house he was living in. Entities they say were negligent and behaved recklessly, failing to protect Grayson's safety as a home health nurse. Now, they've also filed with the state's Claims Commission asking permission to sue the state's judicial system for $25 million for their alleged mishandling of Reese.
The state really, through those divisions that handle criminals like this who are released into the public, we feel didn't do enough.
Since the tragedy, Reardon says they've heard from home health care nurses all over the country who've worked for Alara.
They've been told to go back into these home situations to treat these patients, even though they've threatened, harassed, sometimes even physically assaulted nurses.
Last week, OSHA proposed fining Alara over $160,000 for failing to protect Grayson. In response to the suit, the company responded in part saying Michael Reese remained under the state supervision while he lived in the community and received care at his residence. Alara Caring provided services only after Connecticut's Department of Correction, Board of Pardons and Parole, and the judicial branch determined it was safe to put Reese back into the community. We believe the allegations against Alara Caring are unwarranted. We remain committed to improving safety practices. In Hartford, Amanda Pitts, NBC Connecticut News.
And lawmakers just passed a bill created following Grayson's death that's currently being reviewed by the governor. It's designed to make visiting healthcare workers safer on the job.